Alright, hey everybody, I'm just here with the Bronco. I wanted to get these videos in real quick before I get my lift kit installed. I wanted to get some measurements to kind of show how much it sags with a winch and a steel bumper on. Try to get some measurements on how far it actually does sag. So I'm going with the Eiback Pro-truck 2.0, which should give me about a little over 2 in the front and like 1.5 in the back. The good thing about it is they give you the option to put the HD, the heavy duty springs in the kit. So I'm going with the heavy duty springs for the front but not the rear, because the front gives you about I think they said 200 pounds, and in the back is 500 pounds, but since I don't really have that much weight in the back to justify 500 pounds, so I'm keeping it just the standard spring. But as you can see, the rear to the fender is looks like it's a little dark, but looks like about 6 inches to the top of the tire, maybe 6 1/4. The good thing about this lift kit is it's made for the BadSquatch, so it'll bring me back to factory height with the heavy duty springs, and then it will add the extra lift on top of that. So you got to make sure you're getting the kit that is going to lift higher than the BadSquatch amount. So here we're looking at, what is it, maybe about 4.5 inches in the front, so substantially lower. If we look here, I mean, that's a heavy winch. I got a steel cable on it, so that doesn't help the weight any at all. But I did notice that I do drag a lot more having that extra weight in the front. I'm planning to do a full upgrade video series just to show what I've done, in case people are interested. So if we look here, I do have the RCI full body skid system, which has seen a little bit of action. I had to get the full body skid because when I had this winch put on, I went wheeling and busted my transmission pan. There's a video on my channel of me doing that. It's very short, very sad day. But yeah, they with the amount that winch brought it down, I wasn't able to clear a rock that I should have been able to clear and that I have cleared in the past. So bringing it up back to factory and then adding that 2 inches, I think, is gonna help me out substantially. Alright, so let me see here. Let's see what my belly pan is sitting at to the ground right now. It's hard to do with one hand. Alright, so we've got from the belly to the ground, looking at about 11 inches. So, you know, bring that up that should go up about 3 inches. So that'll be good. Then I got these DV8 control arm skids. This is a pretty low point as well. Just, you know, it's already low because it's sagging in the front, but also you know, that's a pretty chunky piece of metal. So to this, we're looking at right at 10 inches. So 10 inches right there. It's a little, you know, pretty thick piece of metal, and so it'll be nice to get this up off the ground a little bit. and then be able to clear a lot more. Go around here. Let's see what the diff is looking like. Let's see how far off the ground the diff is. Should be. Let's see. So the diff is right at, I can't really see it, it's so dark, about 10 and a quarter. So it'll be nice to bring these up. It's not only where it's supposed to be, but nice 2-inch lift all around. Oh, there she is. Wish I was able to do this during the daytime, but alright, remaking this just to show the stance as it is now before the Eibach 2-inch lift. Just want to show, looks like about 4 inches in the front and right about 6, almost 6 3/4 in the back. And then the diff is right at 10 inches. With the lift, should bring it up to factory BadSquatch levels. This is just the before. I've got this winch on here which brings it down you know, a fair amount, enough to where the belly pan is a little lower than it used to be, obviously, but right at the lowest point of the belly, we're sitting at 10.5 inches. These skids are pretty thick, so we're right at 9.5 inches there. So bringing those up will be real good. The last video I made, which I might clip in here, ignore the dirty truck. The last video, it was at nighttime, so you know, getting off work, you don't have much daylight by the time you get home. All right, here it is. You get the Eiback Pro-truck 2.0, I believe is what it's called. 2-inch lift, back to a kind of a factory level. So 2 inches on top of a BadSquatch, and it's level. Right here we're looking at, I think we're sitting right at about 7.5 inches. Right here, 7.5 inches, nice and level. So that's cool. As you see here, get the upper control arms from Eibach as well. Looks pretty good. Let's see the distance to the ground on the rock slides. So the bottom of the rock slide is about a little bit more than 1.5 feet, maybe 1.6.5 inches. It's very nice. Take a look here. Pretty nice. The other thing you have to realize is if you have a steel bumper like this with the winch, it's a lot of weight, so you may want to look at getting the heavy-duty springs for the front. It's made to adjust for or compensate for 200 pounds additional weight over factory. The rears you don't really need unless you have like a rooftop tent, which I don't, so you don't have to worry about the heavy duty springs in the back because it compensates for 500 pounds. So if you got a lot of weight in the back, maybe if you're towing something, or if you plan on putting a rooftop tent, then maybe you'll want the heavy duty in the back. All right, let's see. I don't think that would change, right? The diff won't change. So if we look here for the diff, let's see what we're sitting at. Alright, so the diff is about 10.5 inches. More closer to 10 probably. Yeah. These right here. I believe these might change a little. So we're sitting at 8 inches to the rear shock mounts or skids. There's the Eibach. It's adjustable too. So if you wanted a little more, looks like I could get a little bit more out of it if I wanted. But this is pretty much all I wanted to do. I didn't want to go too crazy. I basically wanted to be able to have enough clearance to put 37s if I wanted to. Or when I want to, rather. Alright. Now this is where it really looks like a lot of space now. Whereas before I was struggling. We go right there. Looks good. I also got while they were, dealing with this whole area. Shout out to Wild Willies in Aikens, Georgia. Or Aikens Ford in Winder, Georgia. Wild Willies, good crew over there. They got some videos on YouTube. So Eiback Pro-truck coilover 2.0. It's made for basically a 2-inch lift on Sasquatch. Then I got these Icon forged tie rods. I went ahead and have them install those, which you're gonna want if you get bigger tires. And this is what the drive shaft looks like. So it's not, 2 inches isn't really binding it up like it would if it was, a little bit more. So, 2 inches, kind of moderate lift. You don't have to worry about like a diff drop or anything crazy like that. But let's see what we got here on clearance. All right, 10.5 inches still. I think that's what it was before. But over here to the belly, we are at 14 inches, or I guess 13.5 inches. There's a lot more space under here, which is great because this thing, with all the weight of these steel skid plates, really made the belly scrape on everything. It was very low. Obviously, I did the before on this. I did the before measurements, and so you can see just how much it's come up. But now you can stick your whole head in here. That looks good. Alright, post in the comments if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer what you got. I plan on uploading a full walk around too, just to show everything that I've done, in case people are interested in the skid plates that I have. Alright, there she is. Until next time.